This week's Parsha continues the story from last week of the giving of Torah at Sinai. And there's a verse there that tells us of a vision. Jewish people had a vision of God, of Hashem, so to speak. And the way it's described is under his feet was a brickwork of sapphire, and the heavens shone with a brilliant purity. The Rashi explains that the brickwork of sapphire was to remind Hashem of the suffering in Egypt. The brilliance of the heaven, that serves as a reminder of the redemption, of the rescue, the wonderful, marvelous rescue of the Jewish people. So we have the two ideas together in the same verse, the reminder of the suffering and the glory of the redemption. The Alter of Kelm asks a question here. He says Hashem doesn't need reminders. Hashem doesn't need anything to remind him. So what's the point of saying that, what's the idea of saying that there's a brickwork of sapphire that reminds him of the suffering? What does that mean? And the answer is that it's for a lesson for us. We have a similar teaching that says, the Talmud says that the Hashem wears tefillin. What's the point of that? Hashem can't wear tefillin. Hashem is not physical. It's all some sort of spiritual manifestation, but there is no wearing of tefillin. So why tell us he wears tefillin? That's to tell us the importance of tefillin, and more generally the importance of action. It's not only, we're not just a religion based on philosophy and thought and thinking and prayer and meditation, but we're based on action. And the message here is we have to take action. We have to copy his ways. If he wears tefillin, we have to wear tefillin. We have to take action in our lives. And therefore, the fact that Hashem remembers our suffering in Egypt is also a message for us. What's the message? There's a wonderful teaching that says that joy and pain entered this world entwined, one within the other. Joy and pain are intertwined. Agony and ecstasy are intertwined emotions, which means to say that the joy that you experience from a sense of neutrality is a much lesser joy than the joy you would experience when you come out of pain. Now, a pain which leads into joy is a much more heightened pain. It's a much greater pain. It's a much greater joy. The joy that comes, that emerges from a situation of pain, is the highest type of joy. It's a heightened pleasure. And this is an obligation. We have an obligation to be joyous. We should always be, our lives should be filled with joy. Every moment of our lives should be filled with joy. And therefore what we have to do is we have to, in times of pain, we have to remember the joy, remember the goodness in our lives, remember all the wonderful things in our lives. And conversely, in times of joy, we also have to remember the pain, so that we can have a greater acknowledgement of where we were and where we are today. We should fully appreciate the joy that we have present in our lives by remembering the pain in the past. And this all will help us to celebrate life to a much higher degree, which is a wonderful mitzvah. This is what will help us to have happy lives.